as you can see, the reaction to these players. They're superstars in their schools. They're incredible. They have been impressive. They have entertained. And they're going to do it, at the very least, twice over here in the finals of the UAAP. And since we're talking about the personalities, let's talk about two friends who have really, come up together since their elementary days in grade school and have really become superstars in the UAP separately. Start with UST.
That Pepito is the star, the queen of the Golden Tigresses this season. She has been remarkable all season round. She has managed to improve her numbers from last season. The reigning best libero. She finished the elimination round as the best digger and the best receiver. She is a vocal leader, continues to set the standards high for her teammates. Her quickness will be crucial, but more so her leadership today.
Right. You can see the reaction of the crowd every time this girl is on camera. She is made for TV, and she is made for the sport of volleyball. But her good friend is right across the net, and we can say the same things about Micaela Bella Belen.
Another superstar, but on the other side of the court, Belen has been one of the best players this season, leading her squad in various skill sets. Number 7 in scoring, number 6 in spiking, number 6 in digging, number 2 in receiving. Her maturity is in a next level this season. She has gotten support from her teammates, but she has kept her consistency locked in. Her overall game will be key to any success in today's match.
That's the key. Her overall game has been incredible since her rookie year. And just like that, she's already in her 3rd year. Bernadette Pepito, Micaela Belen, Lucas R. Memorial Pascual Elementary School until now with UST and National University. They are ready to thrill this crowd, and so are we. Via our Pilipinas Live app. As always, we want you involved. We want you sucked into the games by answering some of our questions. Our Pilipinas Live poll question for today: which of the many stars here will make more saves today? We're talking about Det, we're talking about Bella, because they're incredible defenders and sweepers for their teams too. Which star will make more saves today? And speaking of which, we have a really nice feature that we have prepared for all their fans. Det Pepito, Micaela Belen, UST, and NU first serve for game number 1 of the finals when we come back.
Siguro yung leadership din talaga na, syempre, spiker siya. Kitang-kita mo na isa siya sa mga talagang nagli-lead sa team. And ayun yung nakaka-admire sa kanya. Makikita mo yung talagang palaban na player. Ayun, yun talaga yung pinaka-the best sa kanya.
Ano po, for me, is yung talagang pagiging hardworking niya sa loob ng court. Lalo na ngayon parang isa na rin siya sa mga seniors sa UST. So, nakikita ko siya kung paano mag-lead.
Super salute po talaga ako sa kanya kasi ang layo na po talaga ng narating niya. Lalo na nung national team kami na parehas, sabay kami. Hindi ko po talaga in-expect na alam mo yun, magiging teammate kami ulit.
Isa siya sa pinakamagaling na libero ngayon sa UAAP. Gusto kong makuha yung skills niya na pag siya yung libero, talagang parang walang babagsak na bola dun sa side niya. So yun talaga yung nilulook up ko sa kanya.
Sobrang proud ako kay Belle. Alam niya yan, kasi nga, lagi naman kami nag-uusap. Since elementary, ayun, teammate ko na siya, and walang nakaisip sa amin na makakalaro kami sa mga ganitong kalalaking event dito sa Philippines. And ayun, happy ako kasi naging teammate ko pa rin siya nung national team, and hopefully sa mga susunod na kabanata ng ating buhay, sana maging teammate kita.
Hi, Det. Sana huwag kang kakabahan pag kami kalaban. Charot! I'm very proud of you. Alam mo yan na kahit sobrang kulit mo and lagi mo kong inaaway, na talagang nakikita ko yung pagiging hardworking mo. And ayun, I'm so happy naman na nagbubunga lahat ng pinaghirapan natin. So, keep it up!
Our officials for game number 1 of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Finals. Our first referee is Joy Bukid. Second referee is Nestor Matematico. And now let's meet the starting lineups first for the UST Golden Tigresses. Outside hitter number 13, Jonah Perdido. Setter number 16, Cassie Carvalho. Outside hitter number 17, Angge Poyos. Opposite spiker number 18, Reg Jurado. Middle blocker number 20, M. Banagua. Another middle blocker number 22, Bianca Plaza. The starting libero is number 4, Tete Pepito. The head coach of the Golden Tigresses is Kung Fu Reyes. And now the starters for the NU Lady Bulldogs. Outside hitter number 4, Bella Belen. Outside hitter number 6, Patch Alinsu. Middle blocker number 8, Sheena Tuming. Opposite spiker number 12, Alyssa Solomon. Setter number 13, Lance Lamina. Middle blockers, their team captain number 14, Erin Pangilinan. And their starting libero is number 5, Shaira Arjo. The head coach of the NU Lady Bulldogs is Norman Miguel.
Well, here we go. The wait is over. Will we have a new rivalry here in the women's division between NU and UST? We don't know that yet. What we do know is that they have given us 2 amazing games against each other. As you look at the starters for both UST and NU, the first game was the one that shocked everybody else. 3-set win, 25-19, 25-23, 25-22 by UST. The second, NU winning and stopping the 8-game winning streak of UST. So both have great stories to tell coming into the finals, IL.
And as you mentioned on top of the coverage, partner, no, hindi lang nagsisimula yung kwento nila here this season 86. They go way, way back in the junior level. These are almost the same players, but for UST, you know, they have the reinforcements of the kinds of Poyos, who has been spectacular all throughout her rookie year so far.
And then some of them, like Regine, you know, the rest of the other guys, girls rather, joined in season 81 when that 5-year streak was broken. Pumasok na yung Lasal, pumasok na yung mga Adamson. But here we are. Game number 1. And it begins with a Sheena Turing kill. And she was big in that last game against FPU. 13 points. She started that match. 6 blocks in that match, partner.
And talking about X factor for both of the teams, alam natin that the wing attackers, they will be heavily expected here to, you know, score the points, but the middles has to be, you know, also involved.
Jonah Perdido is checked by the duo of Solomon and Pangilinan, 2-0 for the season 84 champions.
Again, the advantage here of NU, they have the experience of playing in the championship, of playing the finals for the past 2 seasons. But you know, UST again, grabe yung fighting spirit ng team na to.
Miscommunication there on the play. So a chance to counter, and it is Solomon who goes behind the blockers. 3-0 start by National University. Let's go and check in with our third member of our team, Chelsea Rusiana.
Bumanayao, the Tigresses had their game faces on since their training this week. And team captain Detta Pepito shared her excitement in facing a very experienced squad here in the finals today. Dagdag pa niya na isa sa mga pinaka-inaabangang kalaban nila ang NU Lady Bulldogs. She says that since the roster is filled with young players, she called for a team talk last night wherein she prepared her teammates for whatever the result may be. And she also assured that the Tigresses will do their best to produce a positive result today. So let's see who will reign as Sampaloc's royalty only here on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com and experience UAAP Games Live in HD and commercial free anytime and anywhere in the world. Now let's head on to the timeout of the UST.
Early timeout by Coach Kung Fu to stop a 4-0 run to try to check in with the nerves of the girls, because you pointed out perfectly, Ayel, Bella Belen and the gang have been here before, third straight year. Nobody, other than the coaching staff of UST, were part of that season 81 team that went to the finals.
And sabi nga natin kanina, this level requires a different mental muscle.
All right, let's check in with Jules Israel this time.
No what ifs, no regrets. This is how Bella Balan wants to approach her third finals appearance in the UAAP. You know, Bella told me a while ago, hindi naging madali. Tinabaho talaga namin to, kaya naman sobrang fulfilling. You know, Jaja Santiago actually visited training yesterday and gave the NU Lady Bulldogs a much-needed pep talk about her journey, especially starting in National U. The team also heard Mass and was given an inspiring homily. And with these words of motivation, Bella Balan doesn't just want to win. She wants to be remembered as an athlete who gave it her full heart. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com and experience UAAP Games live in HD and commercial-free anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Jules. You got an all-time great in Jaja visiting you. That's got to have an effect. In the meantime, the explosion from the crowd is from the first point of UST, courtesy of a girl that they have been so happy to have back. Em Banagua. She is huge and has been huge. There's 3 games for UST.
And again, in that game, in the elimination round of NU and UST, where NU won, Em Banagua wasn't in her healthiest. And right now, she can be that X factor here against NU.
Bella receiving. Solomon giving it up. Another overpass. And you know what that shows you? Obviously, the answer is nerves. When you can see it, then ang titigas ng mga kamay, Ayel.
And again, for UST, they would want to loosen up, as quickly as they can right now, because they can't afford to allow NU to have a big lead. They will have to work double time later on.
I was going to say, it's obvious that in terms of experience, the advantage obviously will be with NU. But the one thing really that has impressed a lot of their fans and just volleyball college fans in general is that UST has made this run all throughout season 86 without much experience, and yet they've handled pressure situations. They've come from behind, from whether it's a set or within the set, like the games against LaSalle, the games against FEU. Such a young bunch that has seemed to have found composure in one season, and they will be tested again today as they are down 6-1 early in this match.
And I mean, it won't be possible also without the guidance of Coach Kung Fu. He has really pushed and brought out the best from his players this season.
Like UST has 5 5-setter games here. 5 of the 11 have involved UST. As we look at this net touch challenge, there was, and it's on the side of UST. So we're pointing out the fact that we expect NU to be composed, and they were tested in the Final Four. They came back and responded incredibly. And UST, in the meantime, has shown all throughout the season that nothing phases them. They stumble, but they seem to recover. And that's why these are the 2 teams that are here in the finals.
But the UST here, early test for them.
7-1, 7-2.
Solomon gives away a free point here. Chance for UST to gain some momentum.
You know where NU's campaign also, in my opinion, started to really heat up. Obviously, the second round, they swept that. It's when they stopped talking about redemption amongst themselves, IL.
Yeah, they've put so much pressure on themselves in the start of the season that it didn't actually help them. But when they kind of slowed down in that kind of mindset, that really, brought out the best of their game.
Correct. Back to the rally here. Our first long one. Dug by Poyos. Perdido. Jonah Perdido averaging 13 points for UST.
Perdido sort of had an up and down season, but in important games, in important moments, Perdido has always shown up for UST, so she will also be crucial in today's game.
Belen receiving. Alinsug on the runway. Carvalho will dig past it to the other side. Lamina takes a look at Alinsug. Alinsug rolls it to the other side. Of course, Pepito is there. Shoot to the other side. Reverse to Jurado. That is wide. Good intention. But that one was wide. 8-3 is the score. It is National University ahead. Back inside the Swart Araneta Coliseum. Sheena Turing on your screens. We mentioned that. The 6 blocks that she had, 13 points on her birthday, too.
I mean, Sheena Turing, she's been part of the core of this NU squad, even in the junior level. We know what she's capable of. It's just right on time for her to come back after that injury that she had in the finals game last year.
Game 1 yun. That's in. We saw Renz Abando, speaking of superstars. Oh.
On cue.
More superstars. See Rodina. She'll be back here at the Araneta Coliseum tomorrow, too, for their own finals in the BVL.
But NU really looking flawless so far.
So far, you're right. Perdido. That's what she has been so good at all throughout this season. Those hit-outs, those checkouts. LaSalle was a victim of them so many times.
And they will need more of that, the checkouts, because NU looking to slow them down from that net defense.
4-9. The good news for UST, this is only early in the first set. Belen. Covering herself. She'll try again. Carvalho. Plaza could not get out of the way, but it's back with them, and Poyos is in front. You know that's always trouble. The save. The freebie for UST. Down 5. Shoot. Solomon with a dig. Bump set. Poyos will try again. Solomon has been splendid on defense. Perdido. The push. Long rally alert. Solomon. Carvalho back to Poyos. That is a very loud UST point.
High quality volleyball so far from both of these teams. Splendid floor defense, long rallies with the power hits. But Poyos ending that one with a power tip. Whew.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly my thought. Chance to counter again. Carvalho, sino pa ang pupuntahan? Pepito was there, reverse to Jurado. Jurado! Solomon again on defense. Long rally again. Alinsug solid on the digging. Chance ball. Carvalho will take over. Taktonge. Oh, puts it away. 3-0 UST run. And Coach Norman Miguel sues for time. Spike of the set, by the way, brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan. Senator Joel Villanueva is part of this massive, massive crowd at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, which the decibel levels have just risen because of this UST comeback. They're on a 3-0 run and they're down 3.
And that's because they have Poyos right now on the front row. This is a good rotation for them. Earlier, they were struggling to convert points, but with Poyos on the front row, this is going to be a problem for NU. Sabi nga ni Coach Norman, tsagain nila, especially in the floor defense.
Tsagayin, tsaka sabayan. Sabayan daw, yung
Right.
mga rallies. Pilin ends that run with a clean kill.
Good response after the timeout. Good adjustment in that set of Lamina as well. Medyo binitin na the reason why the blocking had to adjust as well, but open block there for the cross-court attack.
Yan ang mga details and nuances of these wonderful setters, by the way. What a matchup of setters today in Lamina and Carvalho. Combination play. And the judge drops the hammer. 7 chasing 10.
Combination play has been the strength of UST all throughout this season. Jurado on that middle sa tres has been deadly for them.
Plaza with the snatch also.
Right.
And she gets to serve after drawing one defender. Alinsug. Turing. Second points for Sheena, who really looked tentative at the start of this season. And I think obviously trying to get her legs back and her timing back. But in that second round, you saw the confidence. It really was confidence.
And sabi mo nga kanina, it's not just Sheena Turing, it was the entire
Yes,
NU squad.
true.
Why, you know, they have gained confidence, and again, experience, maturity is their strength here. Asa Jurado.
Point number 2.
And this is the strength of Jurado. She's not all power. She's really smart with her angles. Take a look at this play, outsmarting the floor and net defense on that one. Perfect placement for her.
3-point lead. Lamina will chase. Solomon on top of the ball. This girl is going to be crucial for National University, and I say that we all know what she can do. Averages 14 points. She averaged 15 in their 2 losses. Pero yung semifinals, bumagsak yan at 8.5 against FEU. It hasn't been a clean semifinals for her. She wants to come back here in the finals.
And again, she finished as a #1 spiker in the elimination round. So we saw that hit coming from M. Banagua. If Solomon will be the X factor who needs to level up her game, it's gonna be M. Banagua here from UST with a quick attack. Both blockers late and closing that.
No knee brace, no knee nothing for M. Banagua. As Poyos sends it to the net. So the lead stays at 4. The biggest lead here was 6 for National U at 7-1.
NU has done a good job keeping the lead here, not letting UST close.
Safe serve by Turing. Pepito with the pass. Panago na naman!
Carvalho really has done a good job activating Embanagua, involving her. Arena, again, blockers late and closing her down in that one. Floor defense not ready as well.
Averaging 7 points, missing 3 games, but at one point she was averaging 11 for UST before the injury.
Her added production here will be very much needed.
Reverse to Solomon, who explodes with that one.
Talking about efficiency. Solomon has been efficient, not just in offense so far, but her defense has been spectacular. But again, can't have one blocker in front of Solomon.
That obviously that pep talk from Jaja Santiago that went viral probably did a number on Eliza Solomon. Det. This is a chance ball for NU, who have maintained this 4-point lead. Make that 5! Now the question is, as UST has warmed up in this game, is it a bit too late? We'll find out because we're halfway through our first set as NU maintains a 5-point lead. Abu is now back, or appearing for the first time for UST here in the finals.
Adjustment for UST. Coach Kung Fu needing some spark here.
Cassie, back to Jonah. Solomon again has been solid. Good coverage by Ardio. Balik kay Alinsug. High hands. Jonah. They're going to call a catch and throw, so it's back to a 6-point lead. Our up referee, Joy Bukid, will call that one 16-10. We will be back. It's all NU. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, that girl produced the 28 points versus DLSU in the semifinals. There's no game, or there's no point in the season where she averaged below 20, partner. Right now, she's averaging a 22, as you look at Amy Hernandez, of course, who was part of that season 81 run.
Right. I mean, talking about Poyos, she will be crucial. Her production, has been the reason why UST has kept alive in a lot of rallies. As you see Joy Micagande on your screens.
Won championships in both high school and college. As we look at Manila Mayor Hani Lacuna, Sampaloc. Of course, ang kumbaga, geography natin dito ng UST and National University. So, invested siya in both. Win-win for the mayor. So, we have a challenge from the National U side, who just made their 7th Final Four appearance. As you mentioned, 3 straight finals. Season 84 being a champion. But don't forget, they actually have 3 championships that belong to NU. Yun lang, napakatagal na. Season 16, which was the 53-54 year, and season 19, which is the 56-57 year, which is why in season 84, it was such a huge deal that they broke the dry spell.
And they just didn't broke the dry spell. They swept the entire season. They won all their games.
Everybody came up dry against them. Pala, dapat ko sinabi.
The reason why, the pressure is high on this team because they've proven a lot. Expectations are high, really. But they have a chance to prove themselves again here in the finals. And they're looking locked in right now with a 5-point lead.
They look like the way they looked in that second FEU game, where they got a little bit of a spanking in the first matchup. So they have played 16 games here in season 86. UST has played 15 because they took care of business early in the Final Four. And again, they have split their assignments in season 86. Great story for these two teams, no matter who wins this championship. And it's going to be hotly contested for sure, just like this challenge.
Taking a while to get the result. I mean, you gotta have it right. Every point is important here for both teams.
By the way, earlier today, what a performance by National U men's. I just see Jaja Santiago entering the Coliseum with Coach Taka. Yes, National U, the men's team. Boy, did you expect that?
Well, I mean, NU not winning against UST, but you know, we talked about Butz Budin, how he was the X factor, the missing link.
Whoop.
So we see the result of this challenge.
Millimeters. Shadow.
Yeah,
The shadow is in,
but the ball is out. Still a good challenge. I mean,
Miss Jane Basas is with us, the president and CEO of Signal TV. Of course, Miss Sena G. Olaso, head of channels and content management, Signal TV Incorporated. Kanina pa yan, nanonood ng men's game.
has been present in the games.
Hindi gagalaw yan mga boss natin dahil napakaganda na nating laban. The rookie, Gabe Bombita, comes in for National U, by the way. Pono is also in. Another finals MVP from the girls division, since we're talking about the girls division a lot. Jurado with a massive swing.
This rotation has been a bit of a problem for UST, but Jurado has been the one delivering the points every time they need it. Going down the line, hard you caught off guard on that one.
Also, the question of the double sub of Coach Norman, we'll see how long he will stay if UST scores another point here. Pepito, nice set pa! Ono will go to Belen from behind. Tet once again, Dorado. Alinsug was there for coverage. Bombita goes cross, and it's wide. And Coach Norman Miguel motions to the bench. Get back in there, Solomon and Lamina, because this lead is down to 2.
You know, and they can't afford UST to get even closer because, as you mentioned, UST, a couple of come-from-behind wins. They have this fighting spirit. As you see Jaja Santiago on your screens with Coach Taka.
Di na umalis ng Araneta mula nung mula nung FEU-NU match. PVL Finals, and then here, UST on the counter. Perdido bounces back. Tet, balik kay Jonah. Coverage by Solomon once again. Alinsug off the runway. Boyos was there for defense. Oh, kanino pupunta to? Oh! And Pangilinan tips it over.
That hesitation can be costly for UST. They had a bit of advantage there. But you know, the hesitation, the miscues, and Pangilinan had a good hold of that ball.
Makabalikan natin yung 17-14 moment na yan because that was down to 2 with momentum clearly on the side of UST. And Erin Pangilinan comes away with a point. Good pass by Poyos. Good reaction by NU, but they will run out of real estate. They're still in it.
Perdido with that point. But really, the floor defense of NU has been slowing down the offense of UST. UST fighting hard for every point here.
Jonah serves it up. Belen. Bumalik. Coach Kung Fu asking for a double, none called. Carvalho. Combination. And UST is down by 1. And this is exactly what I've been talking about, Ayel, about this UST team all throughout the season. They don't panic. They stay in the games. They have showed incredible maturity for such a young, inexperienced guy.
I agree. And that's why Coach Norman has to talk to her girls.
got the crowd riled up here. That definitely helps. By the way, 6-1 run. I think I just saw Dindin Santiago walk in as we look at Jaja. Dindin, who just Santiago Manabat, who just walked in, who, by the way, played for both schools.
Right. Dindin Santiago was part of the team who had the last title, championship title
Correct.
in season 72.
Yes. What a reunion here.
Right.
All right, we'll go back to that in a bit. In the meantime, a chance to tie the match. Boyos puts it away.
Boyos powering through the blockers that time. I mean, we know what this girl is capable of, but she really has developed that mental muscle we've been talking about. A lot of confidence gained this season as a Perdido gets the service ace to put them with a 1-point lead right now.
8-1 torrid UST run.
Now we've talked about composure, the steady maturity of this team. They are displaying it right now.
And you looking to respond. So who do they go to? Their leader, their heart and soul, Bella Belen.
What a combination play. 2 blockers with Pangilinan, no blockers with Belen. Easy outing on that one.
What a match. 6-point lead erased. 18 all. Carvalho, one hand set. Pangilinan will set to Lamina, who will set to Belen. What happened there, partner?
No, Carvalho had a good read on that long drop of Belen. Unfortunately, she didn't get a good hold on that ball. It scraped her hand, and Perdido definitely surprised with
Masira ang
that.
timing,
Right?
yeah.
Again, ito yung mga small details na sinasabi natin. You have to polish it up because you might go back to it later on after the set.
19-18. And the captain serving. Pepito receiving. Shooting to the other side. Set back to Poyos. Poyos again. Adjusting. Hang time by the #1 scorer.
Now, this is why Poyos is dangerous. This is why she is a problem because she has a lot of variety in her attacks and she knows when to choose any. That one, slowing things down, playing with the timing of Turing.
Air Poyos eh.
Yeah.
Air Poyos.
Right?
eh.
Not the tallest, but really one of the smartest and the most powerful.
What an explosion by Sheena Turing right at the middle. 2019 for NU.
Sheena Turing with a surprise play on the middle. Again, she will be crucial in this match. Banagua late in closing the block.
I'm looking at Bella Belen's face and she's all business now. Back to Regine here. 20 all. Jurado leading UST. Sorry, check that. Yes, with 5 points. Perdido also with 5.
I mean, with Poyos in the front row right now, you can easily overlook Jurado. But, you know, just to remind everyone, Jurado also one of the leading scorers of UST.
So they take out Carvalho. They put in Abellana.
No setters.
Pepito would probably
Right.
set. Ayel, what's the logic behind this?
Well, it looks like they want a good blockers right now, and they want the serving of Jurado. She is a good server.
Solomon says, no problem. Eliza Solomon has been on point today. 5 points on 4 attacks. She's got 1 block and she's got multiple digs.
Right. I mean, she learned a lot after her performance sort of dipped in the semifinals.
Yeah.
You mentioned that talk with Jaja Santiago. Hindi natin alam kung ano pinag-usapan nila, but definitely that has a big impact to how she performed in that last game against FEU and right now in the game 1 of the finals.
Kahit na ano pa pinag-usapan nila,
Right.
kung akong kinausap ni Jaja Santiago, ma-inspire ako eh. Kasi, Poyos puts it away! 21-all! First set is up for grabs!
Poyos, the scoring machine of UST from all sides of the court. This time from the right pin, down the line, another clean attack.
Reverse. Good reaction by Bella. Kasi reverses. Jonah Perdido puts UST ahead once again. 22-21.
Poyos, Corrado, and Perdido stepping up at the right moment to try to steal this set away from NU.
Tingin mo, partner, pinawisan ng UST.
They warmed up. Already warmed up.
Warmed up na, ano? Alensug. Soft on the attack. Abellana denied. Pepito to Perdido, who had to adjust. Malayo.
Right. And again, as a lefty, sometimes it's really difficult to adjust and out of system sets. Perdido tried her best, but that was too short of a set from her.
Coach Shaq right behind Coach Kung Fu, telling the girls to relax. He knows how it feels to win a championship with UST. $22-all. Panagua. Lamina digs. Solomon again. That is out. And they will automatically challenge this one. And it's worth it here at the 22-point mark.
This is a crucial point, a crucial challenge for NU. NU looking, the entire set, controlling the game. But sabi mo nga earlier, UST always staying steady with their composure.
Just when you think, right? So many times in this season 86, if you've been following, watching the game, that is in. That is in.
Good challenge there for NU.
That is in. Solomon has been awesome here in the first set. They take the lead, 23-22. Still no Carvalho here. The gang's complete. EJ, Ea flanking CC. Robles, Nierva now joining Cagande. Jonah gets it through the block. Turing to Solomon. Pepito was there. Perdido uses the net. Lamina to Alensug. Set point NU.
What a time for Alensug to come alive, taking advantage of the gap in between Managua.
At the moment, nasa lang muna tayo, ha? Ganun lang. Makatake tayo. Hindi natin ako-convert sa point. Ha? Reflect lang ang ginagawa dyan nila sa bola natin. Anong gagawin natin? Reflect out tayo. Hindi pwede yung papaluin lang sa ito. So, mais na baka lang, ha? Go!
The Manabats are in attendance. You mentioned some names from that season 72 championship. Boy, what a list.
Maria de Maculangan,
Who was the MVP?
Tabaquero, Isa Meiser.
Right. DMAC was the MVP, finals MVP of that 2-0 sweep against DLSU. So set point, 2 of them. Perdido. 1 saved.
And And you know that this has been the trend of UST, always responding well after a timeout. As Perdido gets one there, way up there, high hands for her.
I thought she was going to go for a checkout, but she had that full leap. So she went down hard. 23 serving 24. First set action of game number 1. Ardio, great pass to Lamina. Alinsug. Boyos with the save. Boyos trying to recover back. Alinsug again. And NU takes set 1. 25-23. 25-23, National University staying strong at the end of that first set. After leading 7-1, they actually lost the lead twice in that set, but they showed some championship experience.
Exactly. I mean, they know that in this level, you can't start slow. They started strong. They took advantage of that. As you see the numbers, UST now playing better in terms of attack points. 19 for them 17 for NU. No, 1 block for NU, 1 service ace for UST, 2 for NU. But the errors of UST, they have more. They have 5.
Especially at the end.
Exactly. And again, you know, in this level, you know that these teams, they are a good matchup in terms of skill sets. They have a lot of firepower. They have good defense. It's really a matter of starting strong and keeping the momentum. And for that set, that first set, UST really, it was costly for them starting slow. But for NU, that was their strength in that first set.
Welcome to a jam-packed Smart Araneta Coliseum. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estranero for you. Live on One Sports, on the Pilipinas Live app, and on the UAAP Varsity channel on Signal TV. First point going to UST. During that break, a very long, impassioned speech by 16-year partner of Coach Kung Fu, Coach Yanni Fernandez. Coach Kung Fu didn't even talk during that set break.
Some reminders, probably a lot, because as you mentioned, it was a long talk.
How about this? Sheena Turing has just been amazing with 5 points already here.
And you have to credit also Lamina, because the timing of those sets are almost perfect. Turing just needs to hit that one because almost no blockers for her.
Perdido receiving. Reverse to Angge. Dog by Lamina. Solomon on top of the blockers. 2-1 NU. Let's go to Chelsea Rusiana.
Bumanayel, rookie Angge Poyos has truly made her presence known all throughout the season. And back in the dugout, she told me that she is more excited than pressured in playing her very first UAAP Volleyball Finals game today. Sabi pa niya na mas masaya ako kasi nakakasama ko si M sa journey na to. High school pa lang kasi pinapangarap na namin na makatungtong at makalaro dito. Losing the first set won't stop the spirited rookie from fulfilling her dream. So let's watch how today's game will play out only on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com and experience UAAP games live in HD and commercial free anytime and anywhere in the world. Bumanayel.
Thanks, Chelsea. Poyos with 6 points. Banagwa also contributing 4, tying the match at 2. That's a bit soft on the touch. Very strong return. First time that Solomon has been blocked here in this match.
And this can give the UST some confidence here. As again, it's not easy to slow down. No, Solomon, she has the height, she has the length, but perfect timing there in the block of Perdido.
It's the right hand of Perdido. Alinsug, dug by Carvalho. Tikit sa net, ginawa ng paraan. Banagwa, bumalik na naman. Carvalho will set it up. Perdido goes for the checkout again. That's what Coach Kung Fu was talking about earlier as we check in with Jules Israel.
Women Ayala, there's no doubt that Sheena Turing shone in her last game, especially because she was doing it to redeem herself and the rest of the NU Lady Bulldogs. One lesson that she is bringing into this finals is to have strong mental strength, which the team has improved this year. Sheena acknowledges that their team has gone through lots of ups and downs, and all they want now is to play with no hesitation. Sheena is also dedicating this game to her whole family who is watching her collegiate career live for the first time. And this is enough motivation to do her best on the court today. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com and experience UAAP games live in HD and commercial-free anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to the panel.
On cue, Sheena Turing is serving. She's averaging just under 4 points all throughout this tournament, but 13 in that semi-final run. And of course, we already mentioned the 6 points that she has today in front of her family for the very first time.
Sheena Turing really looking to be an important factor here in the final series of NU.
For all. Quick 2-0 run by NU to tie it all up. Jurado had to adjust there. Pass was a bit too low. Pepito. Carvalho back to Perdido, who puts it away.
Perdido with the right angle there, down the line, closed by Solomon, going cross court, going deep. Perdido needed that point.
That will be her 9th point of the match, by the way. Belen solid on the pass as usual. Solomon overcooks and overcuts that one. That's a 2-point lead for UST now, 6-4. That is their biggest lead of this whole match. They only had a 1-point lead earlier in the first set twice.
And NU also not looking as clean as how they started the first set. They're giving away some 3 points here, and UST just capitalizing on those errors.
I tell you why, because UST is also not looking as nervous as the start of that first set. Boyos will send it over to Jurado. Massive swing by the judge. And Coach Norman Miguel sues for time.
One stop lang tayo. Pag nagawa natin yung pasa, mag-convert agad tayo. Pag hindi natin napatay, block tayo, okay? Isa-isa lang tayo lagi. Cut tayo! Focus lang! Wali mo na!
Biggest deficit now for National University here in game number 1. Ay Cordas, mga teammates din nila Jaja and Dindin when they were already with National University. You know, I always say that, I used to say that as we, of course, acknowledge, of course, again, Ms. Jane Basas, Ms. Shena Olaso, and Mr. Miko Alili, the head of sports and content of Signal TV. I was saying one of the most probably, and this is as a volleyball fan in general, we have missed, you know, the two Santiago sisters in the finals of a UAAP.
Exactly.
No? Parang na-miss out yung opportunity na yun. Palagua chases, dives. Chance ball for NU. Lamina will choose to reverse to Solomon, who puts it away.
Sabi nga ni Coach Norman earlier, better decision-making as Solomon goes to her comfortable angle, going cross-court this time.
Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. Good timeout by Coach Norman, producing a point. Solomon in the back row now. Sends that out. 8-5. We will be back. Troy Rosario is always in attendance. Got to chat with him a little bit. Big volleyball fan. Used to play the sport also. Supporting National University. We're back here. As the rebound goes to Poyos. And Perdido goes on top of the blockers there. Lamina. Walinsod. Dog reaction by Belen has been so good. Carvalho shoots it to Perdido. Perdido tips it. That's a nice touch for Jonah Perdido, who enters double-digit territory. She's the first one for either team. Oh, perfect.
Smarting the floor defense on that one.
Jurado. What a serve. Overpass. Bumalik sa UST. Cassie to Poyos from behind. Belen was up to it. From behind, it's Solomon. Pepito was there for the dig. Perdido again off the rebound. Alinsug. Carvalho to Plaza for the dunk. Lamina reverses to Solomon. No blockers.
What a play there by NU. They stayed patient in the floor defense. And again, if you need a quick side out, you have Solomon from the back row. No blockers at all.
Hey, we're talking about Belen, Solomon, Poyos, Perdido, Pepito, but let's not forget Carvalho and Lamina here. Trying to outsmart each other and everybody else.
Will be crucial, definitely.
Perfect pass from Poyos. Bumalik. Block touch yun. Off the high hands. Belen will manufacture something. Carvalho going back to Perdido. Perdido puts it away.
Has been Perdido delivering the points for UST as Carvalho keeps going back to her. No blockers there. Pangilinan letting that block go.
Perdido to serve with a 4-point lead. Alinsug receiving. Belen waiting. All throughout her high school until her college career, when Belen approaches, it's not like an Alinsug or a Poyos or a Solomon. It's just so basic sometimes.
Very
but
graceful, I would say. Slow, but then the finish, the follow through, it's so what gives her a bigger chance to convert.
She's so fundamentally sound, partner. Bella Belen is. Solomon again, very good on defense today. Look at that strength. Pepito knows that so well. And a catch and throw violation on Cassie Carvalho. So this lead is down to 2 from a high of 4.
Again, you have to be careful with those errors.
Let's listen into Coach Kung Fu here. Didn't like the last 2 points.
Yung depensa nila ba? Dalawa block. Huwag kayong palo ng palo. Hindi nyo nakikita yung defense pattern nila. Napakahaba nito. Ito, hindi ito bumababa. Baka pwede naman kayo mag-push o kaya mag-touchdown. Huwag lang sa ibabaw ng attack line. Dapat nasa loob ng attack line. Yan. Yan ka, wala ka ng ano. Hindi na nagkaklamit sa sabi.
Masyado didikit yung set mo.
Tapos, block natin. Ang aga nyo tumalog. Sinisilip lang kayo. Pinapat sa block. Ha? Masara. Wala, no.
JP Torres of UST, part of that consecutive championship run. UST, when they took over from FEU that won 3 straight, UST wins 4 straight.
That rivalry in the men's division.
3 straight points for National U. They're down only by 1 now.
UST needs a good first ball right now. They have Poyos on the front row. They just need to deliver the first ball.
Yeah, Pepito misread that one. Goes back to her. Carvalho going for the 1-2. That does not work. Same for Lamina. Carvalho out to Poyos. Poyos! Good reaction by Turing to keep that alive. Cassie back to Angge. Angge with her 7th point here. And a nervous point there.
Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Kung Fu kanina. You don't need to go for all those power hits. You want placement shots, some cut shots, some power tips, and Poyos has been trying that one, and that power tip works well for her.
But let's credit that defense of NU today. Kahit yung mga sungkit nila has been on point.
Exactly, especially Solomon guarding her zone so well today.
Turing has been good. Belen has been,
Right.
well, all throughout the year, Belen has been great. That's sent back on a double block. Belen asking for it again. And says, squeeze me!
Bella Belen showing some efficiency in this game. That connection, Lamina and Belen. Belen in between the blockers.
You know, I said it in the semifinals. Belen, even in the losses, has been spectacular. Her averages are 15, but in the losses, she averaged 14 still.
And again for Belen, alam na natin na andyan yung skills, but the intangibles, the maturity, the composure, really different level.
Oh, no! Angge Poyos holding on to her ankle. Eliza Solomon also looking on. Was it on the heel of Mbanagwa, partner? Yes, it was, no? Yeah, full sprain. Well, 2 things. Number 1, obviously we don't like seeing any kind of injury to anybody, to any team, especially in the championship when you're here. Secondly, though, better than a knee. Ankle always better than a knee. But you know how I said in the semifinals, partner, that this year seems so eerily similar to season 81 with the run, the battles against Lasal, getting into the finals as Gula comes in here and gets denied by NU. Remember Ea Laure injured also in game 1 of the finals of season 81, the super rookie at the time of UST. So, we'll get a report later. We won't speculate. Angge is being attended to on the bench. NU now takes over the lead. UST has got to compose themselves as Saisagula comes in and comes up short, and Coach Kung Fu trying to figure out how to get out of this hole. They were up by 4 here, now down by 2.
Pressure is on the side of UST right now.
And it's not, it's also the pressure and how they will handle this emotionally with a fallen teammate. Basang-basa, partner.
Right, I was gonna say, and you're reading them perfectly in the past 2 sequences already.
And National U also staying focused even with that distraction from the other team.
Kumokas kayo. Meron ng casualty na isa. Hindi pwedeng mawala na ulit tayo. Nangyari yan all 11. Ano nangyari? Si Boris ba nagkakamali? Hindi na. Be at the moment. Kaya na nakataya dyan eh. Na kailangan natin mag-move forward. Otherwise, lulubog tayo, pag di kayo mag-react.
Hindi pa malayo yung
Coach Kung Fu, if I'm not mistaken, has exhausted both of his timeouts already. They're in set 2. They're icing that ankle of Angge Poyos. Just a reminder that our second game will be on Wednesday. And that will matter because of the recuperation and recovery. Let's see.
Side out needed here by UST as NU just closing down the wall.
Got a challenge here on a net touch challenge. Probably use it as an extra timeout too, just to halt a little bit of the momentum of National U. As right now they are on a massive 8-1 run. If that one is in, that's a 9-1 run since they were down by 4.
UST, they need to regroup, they need to refocus as quickly as they can. They controlled this set, unfortunately, NU catching up, and right now it looks like the momentum swung on the side of NU.
So it's a 14-11 count. But UST now in a quandary, and looks like Angge Poyos, of course, being attended to. Let's see if there is a net touch. It looks like it was the ball that hit the net.
A clean block information there for NU.
So Coach Kung Fu has exhausted all his timeouts. And a challenge too.
Lamina has been serving well so far, and with a good front row here for NU.
Perdido with the push, it's very high. Belen again, good on defense. Pepito as usual, Perdido from behind, that is in!
Perdido has been on the roll here for UST, delivering, carrying majority of the points. The reason why Carvalho tried to set her up from the back row.
Belen will shoot it to the other side to Solomon, who scores! We'll take a break. 16-12 is the score. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit www.signal.tv/switch for more details. Chelsea Rusiana with this report. Chelsea, go ahead.
Bumanayel, just a quick update on Angge Poyos. Earlier, she twisted her right ankle, but as of now, she is currently being attended to by the team's physical therapist. Her ankle is currently iced, and as of the moment, she is eating as the coaching staff massages her foot. She is also being monitored if she can still come back, so we can stay posted on that. Bumanayel.
Thank you very much for the update, Chelsea. By the way, let me correct myself. My memory failed me on that Kea Laura injury in 2019. I think I said game 1, that was game number 2, if I'm not mistaken, of the finals between them and Ateneo. And Ateneo eventually winning that championship. Gula digging. Perdido goes on top of the blockers. Couple of points here for UST. Remember, they don't have any timeout anymore here in the second set. They will have to gut it out on their own.
And Perdido has been the go-to player for UST, choosing the right angles, making the right decisions offensively, right on the spot of that one.
Arapanike coming in, the rookie, promising rookie for National U. Alinsug will move out. 13 points for Jonah Perdido, by the way. Saisa Gula now. Good serve. Hardio up for it. Solomon with a tip. A set by Belen to Panique. Pepito Underhand pass to Jurado. Lamina with a dig. Solomon fires one in. Eliza Solomon coming alive with 13 points on 11 attacks. Remember, the 5 digs, that's a big deal. Remember, in the semifinals, her average went down from 14 to 8.5 against FEU.
I keep saying this, Eliza Solomon not just delivering points, but delivering good defense as well.
Combination play works for the judge, who brings UST to within 2. Chasing National U these 2 sets.
Again, the specific combination play na Jurado sa tres, really efficient there.
Panagua. And Coronado comes in for the first time, a rookie.
Gula, Coronado, the game changers, the impact players of UST.
How about this? Coronado and Panique getting some finals action for both UST and NU. But oh man, Solomon with a perfect swing for her 14th point of the match.
And again, Lamina just orchestrating the offense smoothly, putting the attackers in comfortable position. Solomon there, again, just one blocker.
I like the word that you use, comfortable. She looks very comfortable in this match. Eliza Solomon does. Good serve. Gula with the pass. Perdido, single blocker. Lamina was the smallest one, so Perdido takes advantage. Matching Solomon, 14 points also.
And this is what UST needs. They need a quick side out after NU would score a point, because again, they're trying to catch up here. They're trying to close a lead.
Panique receiving, getting it back. Denied by Coronado. Balik kay Ara. Ara will go for the long swipe. Lead is down to 1. Coach Norman Miguel looking at the bench and dispatching Vange Alinsug back into the match.
Still good minutes there for Panique.
(17 serving 18). Alinsug, welcome back.
Firing through the blockers that time. Explosive approach, explosive finish. Now take a look at this replay. Right in between.
19-17, NU looking to go up 2-0. Perdido taking it, disrupting the timing of the defense of UST. So a chance to counter here. Pangilinan, Gula. Chance again for UST. Cassie to Coronado. Pepito to Perdido against 2 blockers. That is out. They're going to challenge this. Ball in or a block touch. A block touch is what they're going to go with here for UST.
The long shots of Perdido has actually been working for UST.
UST's mindset, I assume, Ayel, the safe route to go here in this game is to assume that Angge will not return to the game and they will have to deal with this without their star scorer. That's big, obviously. That's 21 points a game, coming off a 28-point performance. Pollos 7 so far. So what do you do if it were you, Ayel?
Well, for UST, they have Jurado, they have Perdido, but the likes of Sai Sagula really needs to step up. Kasi alam naman natin that Perdido and Jurado will deliver the points, and it was Pollos getting the bigger load. So the other players collectively has to deliver points here. As you see the replay of that challenge.
No block touch, which means National U will get a 3-point lead here. No timeouts, no challenges. Down a couple of sets. Is that Jarrell Singh?
Oh, that's Jarrell Singh.
National University. Season 84 champs with the advantage here and going up against a team that has lost its best scorer. Jonah. Solomon coolly digging that one. That to Jonah again, goes high. Solomon was ready for it. Combination from behind. Alensud.
And you really looking organized, looking cohesive here. Everyone contributing points as Alensud gets that one from the back row.
Wow, panasa na ng gusto si Coach Cooper. Just looking for something here because obviously this is a curveball now to the team as they are down by 4 and down a set. Perdido will move out. Abellana is in the ball game. 21-17 is our score. Back to Gula from behind. That is out also.
Everything going well right now for NU, but UST giving them some help with the errors.
5-point lead. UST up by 4. If you just joined us, Angge Poyos twisting that ankle, falling down on Embanagua's foot. Some friendly fire, as they say. Abellana with the loud and high tip. Bella with the block breaker.
Have to credit half the point to the pancake save of Solomon. Take a look at the replay, the effort, the read. Perfect extension there for Solomon.
Solomon has just spectacular on defense.
And Bella Belen again, just reliable on offense.
Reliable everywhere.
Yeah.
For Bella. This is a 5-0 run. That was from the substitution from Arapanike because they were only up by 1 at that point. They bring back Alensud and they have restored order here for National U, who are looking loose and confident.
But UST is still figuring out things without Poyos on the court.
They got to recover emotionally and also mentally here.
Right.
Abellana will go for the jump. Dug by Urado. Gula gets it through. Finds a crack in that wall. Good for her confidence. Whether they save this set or not, that might be good for them in the next coming sets.
Exactly. Talked about confidence. That's what they need right now. Everyone confident that they can deliver points here.
That will be wide. So that means 5 set points for National University.
You know, as you mentioned, Coach Kung Fu has already exhausted all his options here from timeouts, challenges, and even substitutions.
You can also feel that the crowd was drained
Right.
of some spirit here, IL. If you're here in the venue, you feel it. That development with Poyos just drained that life out of that obviously vociferous crowd of UST. So they're looking for something to get them back here. Coronado will get us going. They save 1 set point. Turing. Welcome back. Sheena Turing. 9 points. And a 25-20 second set for National University. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, National University rolling here. Had a 6-point lead earlier in the first set, eventually losing it, but recovering just in time, 25-23. Then down by as much as 4 points in the second set. They came back. They came back first. And then, natulungan pa dahil nawala yung #1 scorer ng UST. So nagtuloy-tuloy yung momentum ng National U.
But if you take a look at the numbers, there's not a lot of disparity in attack points. You know, UST keeping up with the attacking, but NU, a couple of sequences, has read them well. 4 kill blocks for NU against the 1 of UST. Both teams committing the same number of errors, but again, the timing of those errors were very crucial for UST. The reason why they weren't able to keep the momentum on their side, the reason why they weren't able to, you know, stay consistent all throughout. Meanwhile, NU just playing efficient volleyball so far.
So, biggest test and adversity for UST now. Down a player who was averaging almost 22 points a game. It is Pierre Avellana who will start the third set. They will have to try to extend this to at least a fourth and see what happens there. Well, NU has to stay focused on the goal, regardless of who's on the other side of the net. You know, Solomon has been on fire on both offense and defense. Belen has been her usual steady self, her MVP self, if I may add, you know, because that's what she was a couple of years ago. Turing has been incredible in her return to the finals. I'm sure that's something that she wants to make up for. Also, partner, after her injury, she knows very well how, you know, an injured player in the finals feels. As Alinsug gets us going for the first point here for National U.
Sabi nga natin on top of the coverage, whoever has the mental muscle to take their game in a much higher level will definitely have an edge here. I mean, NU looking really sharp, but the UST, they need Poyos right now, but they need to let that one go. Other players really need to step up.
All right, I thought, wow, Solomon would still got that by a pancake, but I think a floor touch challenge will be here for UST.
Really early challenge here.
Well, because, yeah, Solomon has been great defensively, but I don't know if she got to that ball. We'll see. Only the replays will be able to tell us. 2-0 and 1-0 here in the set. UST chasing their 17th Women's Championship, by the way, while NU is looking for their 4th overall. A lot also, of course, of some UST in the coaching staff of National University. Coach Kung Fu gets a successful challenge there. Solomon has been great, but not that time.
Maybe still good read, just not
Still a
enough
great read,
length
yeah.
on that one.
Hard to say, ano, when you say Solomon not enough length, ano. Talaga hindi na niya nahabol talaga. 1-1, Pierre Avellana. Of course, the season 84 championship. It was Coach Carl Dimac at the helm of National U, is the assistant coach now of NU. All right, let's go to Chelsea Rusiana, get a report from UST.
Bumanayel, this third set is all about stepping up and reviving their spark. And for sophomore Red Jurado, who is playing her very first finals UAAP game in the collegiate level, she told me that one challenge she saw during the eliminations is stepping up when someone is out. As she recalled the round 2 FEU game, wherein Angge Poyos also sat out during the latter part of the game. Today, she is showing that as one of the ates of the team, that she has already learned her lesson and is committed to doing more for the team in any way that she can. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com and experience UAAP games live in HD and commercial-free anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to you, Manuel.
Thank you, Chelsea. That's the situation. It's not just her, but every single player from UST now has to chip in. They're down 2 here in set 3. Alinsug goes high. Jonah again. Alinsug with the save. Lamina to Belen from behind. Carvalho with one hand. Jonah will try again. Alinsug will fly in, but the ball will fly out. Let's go to Jules Israel from NU.
Umenayal, Eliza Solomon told me earlier that she is excited for this season's finals because it reminds her of their finals matchup in high school years ago. Apart from training with the team, Eliza did extra drills last night and this morning to strengthen and condition. She told me na ngayong finals, hindi na siya magtitira at all out na ang ibibigay hanggang dulo. And with her idol, Jaja Santiago in the crowd, she told me that she will remember Jaja's advice with every move. And with her performance so far, she will forge ahead with relentless determination. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via filipinaslive.com and experience UAAP games live in HD and commercial-free anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to the panel.
Thanks, Jules. Well, she's playing like it. She's playing like what you said, Jules. Like, she put in extra work for the finals, going all out. She's playing on both offense and defense like it. Belen receiving. The captain, Pangilinan.
Good side out there. Activation from the middle. Again, Lamina. Perfect timing.
Sorry, partner. Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. 4-3. Evangeline Alinsug. Biliana, perfect pass there. Bumalik. Jurado back to Jonah with a swipe. Solomon again there, saving that situation. And Belen just looking for a spot.
Perfect placement spot there for Bella Belen. Out of system set, ang layo niya na sa net, but still found that angle, found that spot. Late reaction there from Carvalho. What an execution there.
5-3. You know, give all the credit in the world for NU, how they started this match, how they stayed composed with everything that was happening. But on the other side, you're also seeing, for those who are watching volleyball maybe for the very first time, how one player can impact rotation, diba? Positioning,
Intensity as well.
intensity, the flow of the game.
Energy.
We said that about Canino when she went down against LaSalle. And now UST experiencing the same thing with Poyos out. Most likely not to return here in game one. Carvalho, Perdido finds a crack in that wall.
No, but we have to credit Perdido. I mean,
Oh yeah, she's cutting it out.
right, and I mean without Poyos right now, alam niya na she needs to double up her numbers and she's looking like it right now, finding all ways to score a point.
13-point average. She's at 15 today. I was just about to say UST might need some free points via the service because they are the #1 serving team in the league. They have a 1-point lead, 6-5. Coach Norman will call for a timeout.
Para maging complacent tayo, dumodoble kayod sila, tayo relax na relax. Naintindihan?
Tayo ginagawa natin, ha? Walang makakabante. Isang set na lang. Huwag natin pagutin yung sarili natin. Respeto sa kalaban, tara!
Coach Norman Miguel sensing some complacency for the National U crowd, or the National U team. Half of it, or maybe a little less than half, of the 20,955 that have showed up today here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Now, you're shaking your head, Ayel, because you know it never gets old.
And again, UST in the finals, UST community, no, showing up, but also NU. Sabi nga ni Belen, dumadami na yung supporters nila.
And even going back to season 84, she knew, diba, sabi niya, we like going against a bigger crowd. That was the challenge back then in season 84 against the crowd of LaSalle naman. Alam naman natin, isa pang mabigat ng suporta. 7-5 for UST here. Belen off the hands of the blocker. Trying to save this set.
Can't have a loose block against Bella Belen. The UST looking better right now in the set after, the Poyos incident.
Abellana taking it at the side. Jonah hopping. No check. Over adjusting. 7-all. Good timeout by Coach Norman Miguel. As he produces 2 points off the timeout. Coach Norman Miguel, of course, has been around too. Has extensive coaching experience. High school, college, Lasal, NU, UST. Amin na rin pinagdaanan. As we move on with this rally, Banagua unable to finish off that dunk. The UST crowd looking for a violation. They get the point anyway. Our up referee, Choi Bukid, talking to Tenten Pepito. They were trying to complain about the Lamina touch, but we have a technical timeout. We will be back. Sagdang taon, laban para sa bayan. Let's celebrate and cheer for our Filipino athletes as they represent our country in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Oh, it's good to see Dr. Arlene Royo of National University back here. We don't see her as often anymore, but a long, long time. Of course, member and fan of National University, whether it was back in the dark days of them not winning, and now that they have been dominant, making their 3rd straight appearance. And I'm talking about both volleyball and basketball as Bella Belen ties this match at 8-all.
A lot of tough angles from Bella Belen.
Look at how basic her approach is. That massive swing, generating so much power from that arm and her
Again,
core.
not just power, but the speed as well of her attack.
Ganda pa nung angle. 8-all. Abellana is denied entry. Turing and Solomon providing the wall. Will that be on Solomon? Because if it is, that will be her 15th point.
Clearly from Solomon in that one. I mean, for UST, they have good first balls. They are defending. It's really just a matter of converting those into points.
That's going to go out. The Lambs Lamina.
Too strong on that one.
Coach Norman Miguel addressing the apparent complacency of NU. Bella Belen screaming at her teammates also at that timeout. So they have recovered since then, tying this match at 9. Yeah, Abu. That will bounce out.
Both teams exchanging service errors right now.
Coach Yanni, like we said, Coach Shaq, part of the Shaq, of course, the head coach of the season 72 championship of UST. Coach Shaq handled UST 2008 to 2011. Alitzug off the bounce. And NU looking good here in the 3rd.
They're not slowing down right now. You see them aggressive in offense. Alinsug on that one. Too much power, taking advantage of the gap.
That's too strong for Bella. Keeping UST in play here, 10-11.
The errors of NU helping UST in this set. They just need to find a way to capitalize on those errors. Talking about UST.
Cassie Carvalho, who, by the way, enters the top 20 in scoring. With all of the scoring that she's been doing through her 1-2 plays or her aces. Her aces too, obviously. Arinsug explodes and puts it away for a 2-point lead.
Fast, low sets working right now for NU. The speed, the power has been too much for UST.
Arinsug also knows a thing or two about winning championships in high school. She once won here in college. Oh, soft receive there. Nothing soft about that swing for Regine, though.
Dorado with a better angle on that offense.
Don't see her on that side a lot.
Right. Perfect way to avoid the blockers on that one.
And you cannot let their guard down here. Ardio. Mishit by Pangilinan. That back to Regine on the other side. Very high. She apologizes to Coach Kung Fu. No time to apologize when you've got Vange Alinsug quickly onto the runway and gets airborne.
Alinsug on fire right now.
10 points for her. Look at that hop. Look at that jump.
Can't leave those gaps.
Solomon with a 2-point lead for NU. On tap. That one will also go out. Wonder what Coach Kung Fu is thinking right now. While we look at Coach Norman Miguel. There were reports about him being part of the coaching staff of Shaq when they won in, I saw some, won in season 72. He clarified that I was talking to him earlier just to make sure he was part of the coaching staff of UST 2005 to 2009. So hindi siya umabot. But he did work with Coach Shaq for a couple of years. Coach Norman Miguel is who we are talking about. Of course, from the legendary tree of Coach August of UST. Vange on tap with a 2-point lead. Inagaw ni Det. Kinuha ni Regine from behind. Delayed by Pangilinan. Denura. Look at the reaction of Bella covering herself in that sequence. Carballo going to Perdido on the other end. And Insug up for it. Solomon with the approach. Doug. Pepito to Jurado. That's low.
Offense to defense, and you're really looking sharp in this game. They are really challenging the offense of UST here.
Obviously, in these exchanges, this is where they miss the talent of Angge Poyos, who can create from behind, can create in front, regardless of sides. Right pin, left pin. If you just joined us, as Denura digs this one. And a 4-point lead for National U, 16-12. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum with 21,000 people here inside, including former UST best setter, Denise Tan, the last best setter awardee of UST. It's 16-12. I was told that earlier today. We will confirm that because there have been some great setters, including Rhea Di Maculangan.
It's so hard to remember because there are a lot of good setters that were products of the UST program.
Right. Who was a finals MVP, best server. (16-13).
Important points here for UST. Bella Belen has been so efficient, especially in offense. But you have to credit again. You have to give credit to Lamina with that offense, with that ball distribution.
(17-13). Biggest lead here. Kaasi now, speaking of setters, and the tip from Perdido reverses to Solomon, who continues to swing, and Belen put it away. And a timeout by Coach Kung Fu. Last hurrah from UST.
Depensa tayo sa likod eh. Ang problema, napuputol yung galaw natin. Okay? Diyan tayo magaling, yung mga out of system ngayon. Talagang bigyan ng galaw. Kaya nang gagawin natin. Kailangan nyo i-overcome yan. Isama nyo ito sa championship experience natin. Ha? Huwag natin yung gawin dahilan yun. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Ha? Bakit tayo dito? Ha? Ha?
A UST crowd and their one last big push here. They try to rally their school down from a 5-point lead and a 0-2 sets deficit. That's going to go out. So we confirmed it. With the great talent of Rhea Di Maculangan, she never won that award. Denise Tan is the last. The original statement that we put out, Denise Tan is the last best center from UC. It's crazy,
been a
right?
while. It's been a while for UST.
Well, DMAC was also, you know, with some great
Setters.
yeah. I mean, against great setters during her time too. But she did win Finals MVP in that championship that they won in season 72. 18-15. Let's get back to the game now as we clarify that. And Perdido on tap. Belen and Alunsug and Solomon, 34 attacks partner. UST, 39 attacks. And that has been the difference. The absence of their #1 attacker in Ange Poyos as NU builds another 4-point lead here and looking to get game #1.
Again, for UST, this is going to be a tough job for all the players because they're playing against a very intact NU squad where, as you mentioned, Belen, Solomon, Alinsog has been spectacular. Now you have to add also Lamina with the playmaking, Turing, and even Pangilinan. Just collective effort against, you know, UST na wala yung best scorer nila.
Peñafiel gets one back.
See them trying to rally each other here as Peñafiel gets the better of that block of Bella Belen. That's what they need right now. They have to stay aggressive in offense.
Lamina will open up to Solomon. Doug, Kaasi saves. Peñafiel with a rainbow free ball. Solomon over adjusts. She knew it there.
Too wide on that attack. Too much angle as well.
Maniniguro si Coach Norman Miguel and will call time.
Balik na ulit sa focus. Balik na ulit sa focus. Anay, decision making. Balik na ulit sa focus, ha? Go, 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 go!
Players being vocal in the timeout as well. You heard Bella Belen with the technical instructions. Erin Pangilinan saying, "Tiyaga." They are in a 2-point lead right now. That's all they need. They need to work hard for every point till they get to the 25th mark.
Serving 19. Piabu on tap. Solomon. Saw the angle, went for the angle, and pounds that ball.
The same angle that she wanted to go to earlier in the previous sequence. A better execution this time for Solomon.
Well, who could be proudest here? Jaja Santiago. Whatever she said to her at the end of that semifinals has inspired her to bounce back from averaging 8.5 in the semis to now scoring 17 here, and almost flawless volleyball for Alyssa Solomon on offense and defense.
The pancake saves,
Yeah.
the hits, the placement shots.
One-hand dig.
Right.
Coverage has been great for Solomon. And they were, but this girl serving has not failed them a bit.
We
Again,
talked about her,
wins and losses, doesn't matter.
talked about her overall game.
And just, of course, as we say that, she misses the free throw.
The only service error so far of Micaela Belen.
Yes, it's only human.
But again, they have a bit of a cushion here.
Yeah, they do. They can afford an error or two. Cassie is back. That is out. They're going to challenge this right away. Coach Carl Makulangan, speaking of DMAC. Katabi pala natin nga pala. The champion coach. Another MVP, another best server ng UST, obviously, for the UAAP. Just like that, season 86 is at its tail end already, partner.
It was a long, intense journey for all the teams. I mean, a lot of teams stepping up as well this season. No, UE with the improved performance, Ateneo as well. But again, UST, NU has stayed dominant all throughout. The reason why they are here in the finals.
Match number 60 is what we're contesting today. As this ball in, all-out challenge finally decided, that will be out. Looked in, but shadow was in, the ball was out, so UST stays alive here. Down 2.
That could give UST some confidence here to try to close this gap. As they also have Carvalho, their best server, on the service line right now.
Turing, overcooked. No, it's in. Coach Kung Fu doesn't challenge.
A long shot works for Turing. Good angle and shot for her.
10 points for Turing. 4 players in double figures for the season 84 champions, including that girl. What a comeback for her in the finals. Carvalho to Coronado, dug by Lamina. Solomon on the counter, goes long. Pepito, Abellana, that will bounce in. Coach Kung Fu will challenge, but from his facial expression,
That was a tough one for UST.
oh no, he won't challenge. He will call a timeout rather, as this lead is at 4. National U 2 points away.
Dapat tayo aggressive. Ito dapat lumalabas yung pagkakataon na moment mo na yan eh. Diba? Bakit pipiliin mo matawag ka sa ilaban? Hindi tayo mananalo pag di mo ilalaban. Intindihan. Down by 4. Anong gagawin natin dito? Bawal na magkamali. Pero kailangan yung score. Para manalo tayo. Paano yun? Hindi aggressive na tayo. Aggressive na. Paano yun?
The appeal from Coach Kung Fu. To try to bounce back here. Turing. Carvalho. Belen again keeping balls in play. Carvalho again. The tip. Dug by Lamina. Solomon goes long. Pepito, dig pass. Jurado, denied. Carvalho will shoot it to Abellana. Belen again for defense. And we have a challenge here on a net touch on the exchange.
This is crucial because they ask for a challenge in the middle of the rally. When this is an unsuccessful challenge, it is an automatic point to NU.
And this is what you're talking about, how crucial that one was, because it's in the middle of the rally, which they could have still won.
Right.
But that's the gamble. And the NU crowd outnumbered here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, making a ruckus as they are a point away from a Game 1 win. 5 match points for the season 84 champions. Carvalho. Again, it's Belen with the save. Alinsug. And Abellana saves 1 match point. Belen has done everything for National Youth.
And the floor defense, the effort, the
Today,
hustle of everyone, you know, just trying to keep the rallies alive. Abellana right now on the service line has to play flawlessly here.
Alinsug hinatid yung bola kay Lamina. Match point goes to National University, and so does game number 1 as they duplicate what the men did earlier today and sweep their UST rivals.
I mean, what else can you say? It was a team effort. Everyone showing up big in today's game. Vanja Alinsug, Eliza Solomona, Bella Belen carrying the load of scoring, but they got good support from Erin Pangilinan and Sheena Turing. That goes to show how Lamina really had a good day in terms of playmaking.
We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap this baby up. (25-23, 25-20, 25-20). That's a confirmation of this National U win in game number 1 of the best-of-3 final series between them and the UST Golden Tigresses. Jules Israel is with someone we've been praising from start to finish in her game, Eliza Solomon.
That's right, Bumanayal with 17 points, 14 attacks, 3 blocks, 8 digs. Grabe ka, Eliza. Anong pakiramdam na you're back in the finals and isang panalo na lang?
I'm very happy ako sa naging performance namin ngayon kasi nakita namin kung paano talaga kami mag-work as a team, and yung improvement from last game, nakita ko talaga na hindi kami pumayag na mag-stop na yung hanggang doon lang, yun po.
Oh, tapos from season 84 hanggang ngayon, tumaas pa yung spiking efficiency mo lalo. Paano mo ito nagawa?
Siguro practice na ng practice kasi doon talaga mag-start yun eh. Kasi kapag the more na pinapractice mo, the more na nasasana yung katawan mo na ganun lang yung ginagawa mo. Yun po.
Tapos ito, isang panalo na lang tayo. Ano yung gusto nyong ipakita sa susunod natin na finals game? Alam natin hindi tayo madadaliin. Hindi madali yun for us.
Siguro lesson yung errors namin, and pag-work pa talaga kami as a team, and mas magiging buo kami. Yun po.
Tsaka sa dami ng sumusuporta sa inyo, ano yung gusto mong sabihin at sino ang gusto mong batiin? po. Congratulations again, Eliza, and now I'll throw it back to you, Boom and Ayel.
Thank you very much, Jules. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Eliza. Congratulations to National University as they take game number 1 and a very important game number 1 in the final series. We go back to that start, 7-1, which gave them enough cushion, obviously. IL even with the chase of UST, and towards the end of that first set, obviously they hung tough and won that one. Got a lot of momentum from that.
Sabi nga natin, the start of this coverage, they have the experience, they have the maturity, they know that this finals series requires them to be even better, to put their game into much higher level, and that's what they did. The collective effort, everyone showing up big, the efficiency, the consistency. Lamina with her playmaking, Solomon at one point had 47% spiking efficiency, but you know, it wasn't all offense for them. You know they have the firepower, but defensively, they really showed up big today. The extension of the arms, the pickups, they were in system a lot of times, but again, UST did not have their best scorer in Anjo Poyos in the middle of the second set towards the end. You know, that really played a big part in their mindset and in their game today in the game 1 of the finals.
We just saw in front of us Anjo Poyos already in a boot being carried to the locker room. And that will be the big story, of course, today. And it should be because she's the #1 scorer for UST. She's a super rookie. But, and this is a big but, cannot take away the spotlight and the story from the NU side of things and what they did from the start, from the jump of this match. They look as focused as they did in that game number 2 against FEU.
We keep saying it, they were sharp from offense to defense. Take a look at the numbers. They performed better with 47, pero hindi ganun kalayo because UST had 41 attack points as well. The separation really happened in the defense. The net defense, 7 kill blocks for NU, only 1 for UST. Both teams trying to serve strong. 2 service aces for UST, 3 for NU, and almost the same number of errors. So defensively, defense was really the key for NU today.
So a lot to think about, a lot to talk about from the UST side. They go back to the drawing board. As we give you the schedule, this one will be on Wednesday. We begin 1 p.m. with the awarding ceremony. Some individual awards will be given to the best of the best of Season 86 to the UAAP. And then we move on to the finals in game number 2. That will all happen at the SM Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. So we'll see you Wednesday for that game number 2 and the awarding ceremony. Be exciting to find out who are the individual standouts for Season 86. 21,000 came out today here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum to witness the game number 1 of the finals for the very first time in the women's division for UST, looking for its 17th championship, and NU is 1 game away from their 4th championship in the UAAP. For Chelsea Luciana, Jules Israel, and IL Estranero, I'm Boom Gonzalez. We'll see you for game 2 of the finals of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament.